Hey guys, it's Gabe. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to discuss the Face ID fail and what actually happened. If you didn't know, you probably do, but Apple released their iPhone X in the middle of September last month, and some people said the Face ID failed, and some people said it didn't fail. Well, I'm straight up saying that it did fail. So now I'm going to show you the actual video that shows the Face ID fail during the iPhone event. So check this out.
Here is iPhone 10. Now, unlocking it is as easy as looking at it and swiping up. And, let's try that again. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go to backup here and get right in. So here we are, and you see.
So that was the Face ID video that you just saw, and also, just to be clear, it was set up on Craig's face, so it's not like it was set up on another person's face, then it went to him and it didn't unlock, so it was set up on his face. So what actually happened? Well, let's watch it again. You can see Craig walking up to the stage, then he picks up the iPhone, and then he brings it up to his face, and then he swipes up, and as you can see right there, it does not unlock. And that's the first attempt. And then he tries yet again, and it doesn't unlock. And then it brings up your passcode is required to enable Face ID. That's the second attempt. Then he switches to a different iPhone X, as you can see right there. And then he knew something was wrong, so you can see him wipe his sweat away, as you can see right there. Maybe there's like oil, like substance or something that like can affect like scanning your face that Apple's not telling us. So when he switched to the different iPhone, he didn't want the same thing to happen. So he wiped his sweat off his face, and then it finally scans his face in the new iPhone X, and it unlocks. Then a few days later, Apple came out with a statement that said people were handling the device for a stage demo ahead of time, says a rep, and didn't realize Face ID was trying to authenticate their face. After failing a number of times because they weren't Craig, the iPhone did what it was designed to do, which was to require his passcode. In other words, Face ID worked as it was designed to. Apple literally just lied. Their statement is completely false. So what did Apple exactly say? Apple said people were just playing with the device before the presentation, and it was scanning their face. Then by the time it got to Craig, it scanned his face and said your passcode is required to enable Face ID. And Apple said it worked as intended, but it did fail because Apple said it was scanning their faces before the presentation, and by the time it got to Craig, it would have went to the screen that said, your passcode is required to enable Face ID, and Apple would have been right. But no, if you actually look at the video, he failed 2 times. The first time, he scanned his face and it didn't unlock, which means the phone failed. I watched a YouTube video on that, and the guy in the YouTube video basically said that he agrees with Apple's statement, and he said if your phone was registered the wrong face, let's say like 2 times, and gave it to the registered person's face, it still won't unlock. And that would go along with Apple's statement because people backstage were the unregistered people, and when it got to Craig, it still didn't work. But he's definitely wrong, because if you try out Touch ID on any iPhone, it essentially works the same. For example, try to scan the wrong fingerprint on your iPhone 4 out of 5 times, then on the 5th time, scan the right fingerprint and it'll work. Same on my Android. And I can explain the 2 attempts, then enter passcode on the iPhone X, while every other iPhone 5 attempts, then enter passcode. But maybe Apple changed that on the iPhone X. Then other people were like, no, it didn't fail, it somehow restarted. And that's not true at all, because it would have said Face ID requires your passcode when iPhone restarts. The keyword is restarts. It said your passcode is required to enable Face ID. So the bottom line is that all those theories are wrong, and Apple straight up lied. All what happened was the iPhone X failed 2 attempts, and there's nothing else to it. So Apple needs to own it. It didn't somehow restart itself or some crazy thing like that. It failed. So come on, Apple, admit it. Okay guys, this is all the time I have for this video. So leave a like and also comment down below what you think about this whole Face ID fail thing, and also press that subscribe button. See you guys later. Peace.